Okay, awesome. Okay, so today's topic is physical health in Judaism, Rambam's Hilchot Da'ah. So, question. Oh, hi Mimi also, and Ruthie. Hi Mimi and Ruthie, thank you for coming. Means a lot. Okay, so we are gonna start. Oh, okay, yeah, always feel free, so just pre-note, feel free to always use the chat. And hi Kayla, thank you for coming. Eliane, thank you, I love the topic too. And if you could see, my face is a little red, I don't know if you could see anymore, but I just played basketball like 10 minutes ago. No, it wasn't 10 minutes, it was like 20 minutes ago. So like, it works. Love the pictures, thanks. I have a lot of pictures this time. Hi Sivan, thank you for coming. Oh, good people, good people. Yeah, so as always, love you that you came. Always unmute yourself or whatever, call out, like I'm a bad teacher, you know? And you could also always go in the chat. Okay. Oh, Jenny. Okay, I'm gonna wait 30 more seconds. Sorry, guys. Hi. Hi. Come. Hi. Okay, live people too. Woohoo. Hi. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Okay, so nice. Oh my, what?
Same time.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Zoom people and regular people.
Regular live people.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Here, I could also let you see the people, even though I like seeing them too. Jacqueline's Galaxy, thank you for coming too. Okay, now we're starting. Do you guys want to go on Zoom so that you could see the source sheet?
Yeah, last time we just sent it, no?
I know. Okay, I could send it.
Zoom's gonna echo and it's gonna be annoying.
Okay, fine. I will send the source sheet. Let me think how I send it. Okay, I have it. Sorry guys, 1 second. Sorry. Sources. Okay. Sorry peoples. 30 seconds. Okay, tell me if that works. I just sent it.
Yeah, got it.
Thank you, Adina. Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay, we are starting. Thank you everyone for coming in person and on Zoom. I'm very excited. Okay, so today's topic is physical health in Judaism. So first question, how do you feel when you see a religious man smoking?
What was that to do with religion?
Tell me. How do you feel? Like
self-harm, like?
okay, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's the same as anyone else smoking, I guess.
What?
It's the same as anyone else smoking. I don't know.
Okay. How do you see? Yeah. How do you see when anyone's smoking?
Mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings. Okay. Why?
Because on the one hand, it's their choice and they can smoke if they want to. But on the other hand, ushmartem et nafshotechem, right? And they're not doing that.
Right. Thank you, Victoria.
No problem.
Okay. So I guess what I think of when I see that, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I see like religion as okay, like high morals and high values. Obviously, you can't judge anyone, but then they're smoking. Like I see that as a very negative thing. Okay, so let's just get into the sources and we'll answer this question at the end. Okay, so we're going to look at physical health in Judaism as the title says. First source, this is just giving us the context of the next pasuk, which we're going to analyze together. Okay, I'm going to read. ואתה ישראל שמע אל החוקים ואל המשפטים אשר אנוכי מלמד אתכם לעשות למען תחיו ובאתם וירשתם את הארץ אשר אדוני אלוהי אבותיכם נותן לכם. So basically Moshe is saying, now listen to these laws that I'm going to instruct you for when you're going to go into Eretz Yisrael. Okay, great. That's what the Sefer Devarim is basically telling us. So now this is a key pasuk, which you see all my colors, but it's very fun. Okay. I will read it also. So Devarim 4:9. רק ישמד לך ושמור נפשך מאוד, פן תשכח את הדברים אשר ראו עיניך ופן יסורו מלבביך כל ימי חייך והודעתם לבניך ולבני בניך. Okay, so basically it's saying beware and guard yourself very well so that you don't forget what you saw in Har Sinai. Okay, interesting. And then a few pesukim later it says Ushmartem od lenafshotechem ki lo ra'item kol temuna b'yom diber Hashem Elohim bechorev mitoch ha'esh. So again, it's saying like watch yourself remember that you didn't see a physical God or like a picture at Har Sinai. Okay, interesting, Pesukim. Okay, so now we're going to go to the commentary of this. So the Kli Yakad, I wish I knew more about him, but I don't. But he's an awesome guy, and I will find out more for you next time. I'm going to write myself a note. But anyway, so he said, one of his commentaries was, let's see, רק הישמר לך ושמור נפשך מאוד פן תשכח. הישמר לך שמירת הגוף. So he's basically saying that what does it mean to watch yourself or guard yourself? He means to look after your physical body. So that really, anyone have a question on this? So the Kli Yakad is saying, what does it mean in this context of Shema Hishamed Lecha, to watch yourself with regards to not forgetting that what you saw in on Har Sinai? And he's saying that it's referring to watch your physical body.
Does that connect to what happened?
What about the spiritual body?
Why does your physical body connect there? I feel like it's more spiritual.
Right. So Jen Zalzman said, why does your spiritual body connect? I mean, why does the physical connect when it's like spiritual Har Sinai? Okay. Anyone else?
Maybe they're spiritual, like over the spiritual. Maybe that's what it's related to. I don't know.
Okay. So Emma's saying that maybe they're choosing the physical over the spiritual. Vivian Cohen says, how can we be sure it's not materialistic? What do you mean by that? You could type it or say it.
Like, I feel like it's not, but I don't know if that was, I thought like you're going to go there, but like if it's saying like looking after your physical body, like what's the like where's the line like between like I don't know, like doing your nails and whatever and like being safe, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay, so we're definitely going to talk about that in this class. Always like the tightrope of Judaism, like where's that balance? Someone else wants to say something. I don't remember who it was, but you almost unmuted yourself. Okay, so when I saw this, first I'm like, sick, I got a source that proves that you could, that your physical body is very important, you need to take care of it. And then, and then I thought about it a little more, and, let's see, 1 second. Oh, okay, I realized I did something wrong. Okay, so I was thinking more, and I was seeing that the context of these Pesukim, no, sorry, that's the question. Okay, so here's a cute picture, sorry, of Har Sinai and a healthy lifestyle. Oh gosh, okay, sorry, I realized that I did not delete my notes from your sources, which I should have done, but it's okay, I had a busy day. Okay, so one answer that I came up with is that so a lot of people explain this as guarding yourself, as not forgetting what you saw in Har Sinai. And they said, like, you can't forget what you learn, you can't forget all these things. Okay. And then I was thinking, like, okay, how does your physical health connect to your memory? Because I was watching a TED Talk, and it was saying how exercise is so good for you, and it changes your brain. Like, literally, it changes your short-term and long-term brain, and it helps you remember. So one thing that I was thinking is like, okay, maybe he's referring to the physical health here as guarding yourself, because when you watch yourself, physically, then you will remember Har Sinai and you won't forget. But I don't want to like focus on that. Really, I want to focus on, after looking at the Pesukim, which I will go back to, I was noticing a lot of words and like similarities and themes. You could notice like the highlighting. And Moshe was saying, guard yourself and remember what you saw at Har Sinai and what you didn't see, that you didn't see an image. And I think here you realize, like, okay, God is not physical, and don't try to make an image of him. And then, but then you ask, but you're physical, like we saw these things, and we need to remember our physicality too. And I say with this, okay, so now we need to figure out how we juggle the physical and the spiritual. And how God knows that we're physical, so now we need to see how we use this physicality to cleave to God, and that's what we're going to explore together. Okay. Okay, so here's my cute little picture, physical and spiritual. Okay. Another thing that popped into my head as I was looking at these Pesukim is there's a lot of words that reminded me of one thing. So I saw I'm gonna scream out the words that I saw. Enecha, lo tasura achere levavecha, nafshecha. Does anyone think of something that this reminds them of?
Shema.
Okay, excellent. Emma said Shema. So 100%. This was reminding me of Shema. So I went in on a limb, and I went to Shema. And anyone want to read it? Yeah, go, Adina.
שמע ישראל השם אלוקינו השם אחד, ואהבת את השם אלוקיך בכל לבבך, בכל נפשך, בכל מאודיך.
Okay, excellent. So what do you see here? I mean, I didn't bring even more things. I didn't even bring like other pesukim that have similar words. But you see, okay, levavecha and nafshecha. So now I want us to go to the commentary on this, and we're going to go to Rashbam. Would anyone like to read this? Yeah, go, Dina.
וכל נפשך לפי פשוטו אפילו נוטלין את נפשך שהרי כבר אמר בכל לבבך.
Okay, good. And you want to read the English?
Sure. בכל נפשך. According to the plain meaning of the text, even if it will cost your life, it must mean this.
Okay,
Seeing
you can
that
stop. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, the Rashbam is explaining B'chol Nafshecha as your physical life, which I think is interesting again because we were trying to. When I first saw Nafshecha, I'm like, okay, soul, which I think it is also, but here it's also being referred to your physical body. But let's see. So again, it's connecting. You give up you use your physical body to connect to God on a spiritual level. So let's see. Continue. Next source, Or HaChaim. So he says the words Ubechol Nafshecha describe the degree of love you would have for God if he just announced that whereas you had expected to die, you had been granted good health. So because it's saying love God and Bechol Nafshecha. So Or HaChaim is saying that let's say your life, like you were sick, God forbid, and then God gave you back your life. This makes you love God like crazy. And it's through your physical health that this happens. And now I want to go further with this. So commentaries on general health and body from the Torah. Okay. Would anyone like to read an English part? Yeah? Okay. Prissy's going to read it. Here, everyone could see the people live a little bit. Oh, no, you can't.
Am I reading bodily health?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Bodily health and well-being are part of the path to God, for it is impossible to understand or have any knowledge of the Creator when one is sick. Therefore, one must avoid anything that may harm the body, and one must cultivate healthful habits.
Okay, cool. So I think, this is where the Hilchot all come in, and it's talking about that taking care of your body. He has like 2 chapters on how you should diet, how you should exercise, and like we could have read it and we got a whole new diet, like reading it, so I could send you that link. But there's a whole book about it. But anyway, so he puts so much emphasis on your physical health. He puts so much emphasis on your physical health and how this is a part of your serving God. And why? Because if you're sick, you can't serve God. But we're going to also see further in another part of the Mishneh Torah, which we actually read last week. I'll read. Okay. He should set his heart to have a sound and strong body, so that his soul be tranquil to acquire the knowledge of the Lord. For it is impossible that one should comprehend and improve himself in scholarship when he is hungry. Okay, so exactly. Like when you're hungry, you can't think and you can't do anything. Consequently, one who follows such way all of his life is constantly in God's service. Okay, let's see what that means. Sorry. Even when he is buying and selling, even when he performs the grossest duty, seeing that his thought beneath it all is to find enough to satisfy his wants, so that his body be sound, ready to serve God. So how here? Sorry. Okay. Sorry, bug issue. Okay, so how here is Rambam saying that while I go to the gym, I'm doing God's work? Any thoughts, anyone? So right now, should I say a beracha before I go to play basketball? Okay, so what I'm getting at is that... Okay, why?
Because it's a bit.
I know you don't actually say a beracha, but I'm just trying to. What am I trying to say, Victoria? Hello?
I don't know where you're going with this, Em.
Okay, I'll say. Sorry, I'm not being clear. But basically, every part of your life could be the service of God based on your intention. If I go and I see I'm going to the gym right now, it depends, of course, to the degree in your intention, but I am making my body healthy so that I could go learn Torah and I could serve God in my best way. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you have the right mindset in any action that you do, it's basically God's work. Any thoughts?
Have a thought.
Yeah.
It's like how really like the ultimate goal is to have like everything in your life, whatever you're doing, being aligned to like your purpose in life, which is I guess like creating a connection with Hashem. So if you have that acknowledgement that everything that you're doing is avodat Hashem in some way, then it's like everything you do has purpose.
Right. Oh, I hope you all heard that because it was really beautiful. But Jen was just saying that everything you do has purpose when you have the intention and when you do it to serve God. Okay. So I want to go to the next thing. It's also in English. Would anyone like to read? Yeah, go, Sivan.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna do it from my sheet, or like your sheet that you sent me, but on my screen. So 1 second. Let me scroll down. Can you still see me?
Yeah, you go.
Okay, 1 second. I don't see it. 1 second. It's from Derech Hashem, right?
It's right here, yeah.
Sorry. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. One of the commandments, is that where we're at?
Yes, go.
Okay. One of the commandments requires that we keep our bodies fit so that we can serve God, and that we derive our needs from the environment to achieve this goal. In this manner, we elevate ourselves even through such activities. The world itself is also elevated, since it is then also helping man serve God. Right,
so again, he's repeating, thank you, Sivan, for reading, that you could serve God through anything, and just by elevating it. Okay, then another thing, I really like this, Proverbs. Anyone else want to read?
I could read.
Okay, go, Vivian.
Wait, I'm reading the Hebrew or English?
You're reading both, please.
Okay. Gomel nafsha ish chesed ve'over she'era achrazi. A kindly man benefits himself. A cruel man makes trouble for himself.
Okay, so what do we think this Mishle is saying, according to this picture? A kindly man benefits himself. A cruel man makes trouble for himself.
That he has like an ego almost, and that he's like, if you're cruel, you're just gonna act in ways that aren't appropriate, and if you're kind, then you're doing the right thing, and like it benefits you and you get good from it.
Okay, nice. Another thing that I was thinking is that actually I'm not going to tell you what I'm thinking. We're going to read the next story and you're going to tell me what I'm thinking. Okay, I'm going to read it. Vaikra Rabba. He who does good to his own person is a pious man. Such a one was Hillel the elder. After taking leave of his disciples, he proceeded to walk along with them. His disciple asked him, Master, where are you going? He answered, to perform a mitzvah. What mitzvah? They asked. To bathe in the bathhouse, he replied. But is this a mitzvah? His students asked, confused. It is indeed. King's statues are scoured and washed down by the official, specially appointed to look after them, who receives a salary for the work. More, he is esteemed as one of the notable of the empire. How much more and more am I required to scour and wash myself, who have been created in God's image and likeness, as it is written, in the image of God made him man. Genesis 9:6. So basically, what it's saying is that Rabbi Akiva was walking with his students, and he left the Beit Midrash or something, and they said, where are you going? And he said, I'm going to take a shower. And they're like, he said, I'm going to do the best mitzvah out there, take a shower. And his students couldn't believe what he was saying, and he was saying that these soldiers over here, they get washed, and and okay, so that they'll look presentable. And me, who's made in the image of God, I should wash myself. I have a duty to be presentable and be like this superhero. So I think what the Proverbs was saying before is a kindly man benefits himself. That someone who is a Torah person should look at themselves and realize I am royalty. I am special, and I need to present. I need to be healthy. Like that's a part of my God's work. Okay, and that's why this crown is beautiful, and I also like it because it's a reflection. And I think the key point is that we're a reflection of God, and that's how we are amazing. We need to take care of our bodies. And again, Rambam, he's a doctor, and he has so many chapters on this, a specific diet. He says how you think you should eat and how you should exercise, and he puts a lot of emphasis on this. And he sees it as godly work. Like if you're not eating well, that's not good. Okay. So now, to segue into the next part, I want to go first. Any questions or comments? Feel free to say it. Okay, so Ruthie said, whoever treats their physical self well, they're doing favors, not just for themselves, but also for Hashem. Very nice, Ruthie, I agree. Okay. I don't know what Victoria's saying. Okay, next part. So the Chizkuni, who I will also look up for you, the Kliyakat and the Chizkuni, but I know that they're commentaries, whatever. So he says, Bechol levavecha. What does that mean? With all your heart. According to Rashi, the reason that the word is written with two successive letters bet, bechol levavecha, and not levacha, or whatever, levcha, is that God wishes to be loved even by our evil urge, not only by our urge to do good. So after all, we each only have one heart, so it should have spelled libecha. So it's saying, why does it have two bets? Because we have an evil inclination and a positive inclination. And what Chizkuni is saying is that we should love God with everything. So even the things that you think could be like not so special or not so spiritual, you also need to work on them to make them spiritual. Like you could think, materialism, like what Vivian was saying in the beginning. And that's why it's a tightrope, because our physical health needs to be taken care of and put emphasis on, but for the right reason, because it could go very wayward and off to the derech. OTD, yeah. Okay, so in both aspects of health, eating and exercise, it's very important to be careful in both ways. So let's see. First, let's look at what we could do wrong with our eating and our mouth. Okay, here's this guy chewing this guy reminds me of Bruce from Matilda. But anyway. Okay. Excessive intake of food is like poison to the human body and is the root cause of many illnesses. Most of the illnesses that strike people are caused either by bad foods or because people fill their stomachs with too much food, even when the foods are good. As King Solomon said, Shlomo said in his wisdom, one who guards his mouth and tongue keeps his soul from troubles. In other words, when he guards his mouth from eating bad foods or from overeating and his tongue from speaking unnecessarily, then he'll be free of troubles, his soul. So I think there's a few nice things here. One is that he's talking about eating, and I think this is where we could go wrong. When we're like very gluttonous and we just like, oh, I love this food, I'm gonna eat so much of it. Or I guess it's the difference between living to eat or eating to live. But I think even further, which I like, is when you think of the mouth, also, when can your mouth cause you like physical harm? Like when you're like, it could be dangerous what you're putting into your mouth, but what else could be dangerous? What you're putting out of your mouth. So like, yeah, smoking. I didn't even put that together, but thank you for putting that together. No. I was thinking even of words.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Like, that's what I was that's where I was connecting to that. I don't know.
Lashon, yes, Yvonne, exactly what you said.
That's what it
Oh.
really talk about food. I mean, it says just your mouth and your tongue, but usually when they say that, it's referring to words.
Right. No, and I think here it's referring to, that's why Rambam, not Rambam, who quotes this? What's it called? Yeah, Rambam. He quotes both of this. He said he's talking about the mouth in regards to eating bad foods or overeating, and from speaking unnecessarily. And yeah, so I guess lashon, that's what I was thinking. And I think of myself when I'm angry or when I'm in a fight. And like sometimes I just like go off in my mouth and I say things that I really don't want, and then I feel horrible. Like my physical body feels horrible. And I think that's another aspect of it. And also just the opposite when you're calm and peaceful eating, but like always a trick for me is if I never raise my voice, it's good. Like just like speak in a calm voice even when you're angry, and it's the key. Okay, and then they bring this later in Mishle. They said a calm disposition gives bodily health. So that also reminds me of the calm thing. And passion is rot to the bones. And then another thing, pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweet to the palate and a cure for the body. So here's more connections between like what you say also, and in addition to what you just put in your mouth that could not be good for you. But now I just want to, yeah, go Emma.
I think a very good example of this is sadat, because what you say from your mouth is actually physically affecting your body.
That is a perfect example. Emma said, if you didn't hear, sadat, because lashon hara, you get sadat when you speak lashon hara. What's more important, taking care of yourself mentally or physically? So I think, so Ruthie said that. Yeah, so the answer across all my live people is balance. And I think this is one of my problems. I guess you can't talk about everything, but like I feel like I always focus on mentally, like you have to take care of yourself, but I never really focus on physically. And what I'm trying to like really prove is that taking care of yourself physically is also very, very important and like God's work. Like it's not a joke. So I want to go to the second aspect of now being your body. Okay, let's look at this picture. So I think it's great to exercise, but how could it go wrong? How could your body or like focusing on that too much be dangerous? Any thoughts, anyone? Do it too much. Ruthie, 100%. My family are exercise holics. 1,000%. Prissy said anything you do too much is not good. And I think that's, of course, this is like the whole theme of the whole class of Rambam's Hilchot Da'ot, the middle path, moderation. What were we saying? Balance, of course. The struggle is finding that balance, but like hopefully we'll try to do it together. Okay, so this picture is sort of, I'm gonna be a little harsh. I like when people are harsh and blunt. So when I went to the beach yesterday, like I go to the beach every Sunday, and like it's really nice and I enjoy it. Like I like seeing people, good things. Like yesterday it hit me a little more, and also I'm like definitely not perfect, but it hit me a little more that like it's really inappropriate. How sorry about the bugs, peoples.
It was on me. That one was
Okay.
on me before.
Wait, so it's really like we're really walking around a little bit in our like underwear and bra, and like it's like a little crazy. And like yes, your physical health is so good, and I think of like people who work out and then like okay go show off their body, like that's not what it's supposed to be. And I don't know, I'm not saying I don't think everyone should cover their elbows and knees, like obviously I do, but like I don't think that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say like you could be modest without doing that. And whatever your level is, I think like a practical tip that you could take out of this is just to be like a little bit more covered, or just like I don't know, look at yourself in the mirror one more time before you leave the house. And so that's like a negative thing. Then also, I think Esther Hidary came to speak to the freshmen before their seminar, if you get the reference, and she was talking about Sniut with regards to royalty. And I think it goes back to the other point. We're all royal, like we were created in God's image. We like have something special to like dress up, and royalty, they're not Jewish and they're not really whatever, sometimes they are, but and they dress so modestly, and I think that's what it's trying to say. Like be a royal queen that you are. And now this is another practical tip, and then we're basically done. Okay. It's in English. Would anyone like to read? Just the beginning, the first paragraph. I can read. Okay, I really like reading, actually. Our sages understood human nature, and they knew that people do tend to take daily occurrences for granted, no matter how wonderful they may be. For this reason, the rabbis instituted that we should start our day by devoting some time to reflection upon God's kindness to us, while reciting Modani, followed by Asher Yatzad, who formed men. The blessing over our bodily function. Asher Yatzad, okay. Poker Ivim, who gives sight to the blind. Matir Asurim, who releases the bound. Zokef Kefufim, who straightens those who are bent over. And other morning blessings. And each day we should strive to say these words with renewed gratitude. Awareness of the wonder of bodily functioning strengthens our motivation to take proper care of our bodies in accordance with God's commandment. The more we recognize and understand the body's amazing powers, the more carefully we will guard and maintain the precious gift of health. The better care we take of our bodies, the better our bodies will serve us in our service of God. So first, I think that's really beautiful. And it reminds me, since Jen's here, I feel like you like biology a lot.
Does that say something?
Yeah. You could say it. Go.
No, I just feel like learning about like anatomy and everything and like the miracles that keep you alive every second of every day just like gives you such a greater gratitude to Hashem, because like this isn't you, this isn't someone else. Like the reason you're alive right now is Hashem. Like He's granting you that gift every second. So I feel like learning all that stuff, like the medical stuff, is like gives you a whole new perspective.
I love it, Jen. Yeah, I agree. I think even like, I didn't mean to do this like corona related, but it could be very related. Like our physical health, if we didn't learn anything, is very, very important. And like when it's not there, that's all you could think about. And like it's just really important to appreciate it. And I want to just continue. Several times every day, we have the opportunity to express our gratitude to God for the wonderful working of our body. When we say the blessing Asher Yatzad, after relieving ourselves. Asher Yatzad is the blessing that our sages instituted over the wisdom in the design of man's body and the wonders of its functioning. After relieving ourselves, cleaning our bodies, and washing our hands, we must pause for a moment from all our activities and focus exclusively on saying the blessing, reflecting on God's wonders and expressing our gratitude for them. And I think one thing that's nice is, okay, yes, I say Asher Yatzad, but I rush through it. And then my mom's body was hurting her lately, and like she's been saying it with so much kavanah, and like out loud so we can all say amen. And why do we have to wait for our bodies to hurt us? This is my huge, I love this, but like, let's try to focus before our bodies hurt us. Okay. Okay, a number of sources mention the recital of the blessing of Asher Yatzad with attention to its meaning is itself conducive to good health. Okay, so what is that saying? When a person is aware of and appreciates the kindness someone does him, the benefactor is happy to shower him with even more kindness. How much more so will God, whose goodness is unending, increase His goodness and kindness to us if we truly appreciate them? The purpose is to keep ourselves and our surroundings clean. Only then can God's Spirit dwell amongst us. Your camp must be holy. So I think something else that is nice is like when you appreciate and have gratitude, I think this could go into the mental health that Ruthie was talking about. You really, I think I've learned a million different studies in psychology about how someone who's more grateful is happier and just like lives longer. And I really think it affects your physical health in addition to your mental health, but just to be thankful for all these things. Last thing, the cleanliness of our bodies and surroundings is one of the principal foundations of purity. We are not allowed to say words of prayer or Torah when our bodies are not clean, or in a place that is not clean. Not only does physical cleanliness contribute to our general sense of well-being, physical cleanliness is essential for good health. The body can only function properly when it cleanses itself of its various waste products. We must play our part in the cleansing process by which proper habits of toilet, washing, and general cleanliness. Okay, whatever. Then this is just a picture. It's a very large picture, but she's just like appreciating her body. Then I thought this hand was so cool. Just like amazing, like what it could be made up of. Even artists, whatever, cool for them. And then last story to end off the night and before comments. I was walking, I go to the Deal Tessay, which is Joe Palea Park. Like, if I'm not home, people know where I am, that's where I am. So I was walking and whatever, I went by myself, actually right after I saw you. And right when I was going into the park, I see like a man in a wheelchair and like whatever, he said hi and he was very friendly. And then I'm thinking like, wow, I never appreciate my legs. Like even just like, I never appreciate all that I have. It's crazy. It's like, we don't need to wait till, God forbid, bad things to appreciate it. And I actually, to make it more practical again, I got a little off track, but I'm going to hopefully start again. I went through all my body parts and like focused on them 3 times in the day to just emphasize them. I just went for my feet, my ankle, my, calf, all these things. And like, it really is just, it was very meaningful to me. Okay. Then, last thing, and then this goes back to take utmost care and watch yourself scrupulously. And I think I forgot to mention this, but when you take care of yourself physically, you realize that sorry. Before we're talking about a little bit of Avodah Zarah. When you see God, and it said watch yourself so that you don't remember that God was an image in Har Sinai. And so when you think of that, one way to get away from thinking of Avodah Zarah or thinking of God as an image is recognizing your physicality and God's spirituality. But that it doesn't have to be at cahoots with each other. Rather, that your physicality could be used to get to that spiritual self. And I think that's what this class is all about. And we should think like, oh, I'm eating this chocolate cake right now. Well, obviously everything in moderation, but that I should exercise. Like, we could just even use this push to like push ourselves to be more physically fit, and so that we could serve God in a better way. Let me just think if I want to say this. And then lastly, of course, like always, that God is the one to heal us, and the body is the vessel of the soul through which the soul functions. So you've got to take care of your body. But he said, if you will, Vayomer im shama tishma lekol Hashem, Elohecha v'hayashar be'eneh ta'aseh v'hazanta limitzvotav v'shamata kol hukav kol machala asher samti b'mitzrayim lo asim alecha ki ani Hashem rofecha. He said, if you will heed the Lord your God diligently, do what is upright in his sight, giving ear to his commandments and keeping all his laws, then I will not bring upon you any of the diseases that I brought upon the Egyptians, for I, the Lord, am your healer. And just to think that God really is our doctor, and that if we ever need anything, we pray, and that we just take the first step. Like, another practical tip. I've been more into exercising. You just have to put on your clothes. Then you exercise. Just put on your clothes. That's the key. And I think that's it. Any comments or questions? Thank you. Whew. Okay, wait, let me stop my share. Thank you, guys. Sorry.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah.
I see why I find it very weird when a religious person smokes.
Also, my friend said that she really appreciated it, but she had to leave early because she was like had a meeting at 9 or something. But she said she really appreciated it, and thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you to the live people too, which I will say thank you to them, but they're here if you want to see them.
Thank you.
Whatever. Thank you.